Hello, it's Tamara Hunter, and today is day number 145 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. And we have today's service hero. It is Sophia Falke. And you know, I met Sophia when I was Vegas for Margie Shepherd's birthday.
Yes.
And you know what? She is a 501c3 also, and she is the author of, it's going to be backwards, I know, but she is Embracing Greatness. And let's see, it's a guide for living the life you love. And I have read this book.
Yes.
It has literally, it really made a big difference in me. So I want to welcome you.
Yay.
I love this woman. She's just the coolest. And so tell me more about you. And you have Embracing Greatness, right?
Yes.
So what is your program?
Okay. Embracing Greatness International is geared for transforming the world, very simply. When I first had that vision come to me that it's my job to transform the world, I was saying, no, who am I? And then I realized it's one thought, one word, one action at a time. And that's what I focused on. In Embracing Greatness, I'm talking about really getting in touch with what you would love and then becoming that person, again, with every thought, with every word, with every action. And if it's not in alignment, then you are not being the greatness that I know you are. So probably one of my greatest frustrations is when I see people constantly poo-pooing their own wonderfulness, and I stop them. And sometimes I feel rude because somebody will start to downgrade themselves, and I'll stop them right in the middle of it and say, no, that's not who you are. So that's where I come from, and it really is, it's almost painful to me when I see people do this, and I think that's one of the major problems in the world today. People are living in fear, they're living in angst, they are without hope, they look outside of themselves for an answer and they think somebody else is going to fix it, when truly it is totally within you.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
No. In your story, I absolutely love this book, and she tells stories. And in your story, you start out that you decided to be, you're not just saying this, you actually did all of this, right? You decided to do something really radical. You started about, and because you wanted to do, take a trip. With your mother, and I love that story. Do you want to kind of like recap that, because it tells so much in that?
I was miserable in my job, and I went to see someone, and he said, you know, you really need to leave your job. Don't usually tell people directly, but you need to leave your job. Because I was crying, and it's like I don't usually break down in tears that easily. And it resonated with me. And he gave me a quotation from W.H. Murray, who was a Himalayan mountain climber. He's Scottish. And it was until one is committed, there's hesitancy, the chance to draw back. But once you commit, all manner of unforeseen resources come rushing to you. And that's a paraphrase. And it resonated so greatly with me. I quit my job that day. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I started thinking about, well, what would I love? What do I want to commit to? I love to travel. That's one of the things I love. Somehow Alaska started coming across my radar, and I said, I think I'll go to Alaska, and I think I'll go to the Arctic Circle. So that took root, and because it was so strong in me, so first it was the vision, the passion, and I did everything backward in getting ready for it, because I had a car and a townhome and all these things to release, and they were all going in the wrong order, and people were telling me I was crazy. However, because my vision was so strong, truly the universe was bringing me the resources that I didn't even know I needed. So people were coming in my life for a brief moment, and then they were gone, because they served their purpose to take me, toward my vision.
Right.
My mother was 75 at the time, and she came to visit, and I said, Ma, there's going to be a for sale sign in the front yard, and by the way, I quit my job. And I knew I was going to be spoken to, because these are both irrational things to do. because I didn't have another job. And before she could say anything, I said, by the way, I'm planning on a camping trip to Alaska. Would you like to come with me? And my mother loved to travel also, and she said yes.
Right.
So I ended up taking my mother, 75 years old, on her very first camping trip from Tucson, Arizona to the Arctic Circle and back. And it was the most amazing experience. And it was a couple of years later that I realized that what I had been doing all my life is when I had a passion and a vision so strong that I had no choice but to follow it. Everything I needed came to me. And as it turns out, my mother did die 2 years later, and I went to the funeral, and all the elder ladies in her church who had never met me, they came up to me and they would touch me very gently and they'd say, "You must be the Alaska daughter." And it was just, it had made such an impression on my mother, and I'll tell you, that's still a memory that I cherish forever. And it was totally irrational. I did everything backward, except it was in perfect order because the clarity of the vision, the passion that I had for it, the how took care of itself.
Right, and that's the message that I actually got out of the book, because then your book actually goes in. This is the story that kind of then it's like, okay, how do you then pull this out for yourself? How, and it's like, do some self-reflection. How do you do this? How do you got? And is there clarity? Are you inspired? Are you,
Yes.
And I sat there and I actually just absorbed. Hello, Pauline. Oh, you'll love Sophia, absolutely.
Hi, Pauline.
Now she's in the Service Heroes Club. We have Pauline Crawford Omps. She is over magical conversation, and the two of you, I can see you guys just getting along famously. So I really do want to say, though, in reading your book, I actually was having a bit of a block. When we met, we talked, and that you're like, okay, I think you need, it's like, I'm feeling you need to read this book, and so I took it, and you said, okay, I will give it to you if you will read this book. So I put my name on it, and I will do it. And
well, not only read it, but do the exercises.
Exactly.
Because in the book, I have over and over again in caps, stop.
Right.
Because I know that you're going to try to keep reading on, but you have to stop now and you have to do the exercise.
The work, right.
Because you will not come back. That's human nature.
Right.
So, yes, and you did the exercises.
I did do the exercises.
That makes a difference.
And what really happened with me is I realized I wasn't really where I needed to go. And I needed to do a few little tweaks and turns and, use the tips and tricks. And it's incredible how all of a sudden the gush of activity just went, that alignment. When you are in alignment, then things happen, and it can be that imperfect perfectness that you're doing it backwards. Everybody knows that's exactly how I go about everything.
Well,
and
when you think about it, I'm of the age. I tease people that I remember the first television set, the black and white, the little guy. The thing is, the way we did things when I was growing up, and thank goodness I enjoy change, so I'm not one of the ones who fights it. I embrace it, and actually sometimes I'm a change agent myself.
Yes, you are. Yes, she is.
AKA troublemaker.
Yeah, I love it.
But the way we were doing things no longer works, and that's one of the other areas that we're getting stuck in, that people are still clutching to the old ways.
Right, absolutely, yes.
It's like you can't always be a lumberjack because the trees are going to be gone. You can't always be a coal miner because the coal's going to be gone or we're going to be renewable. What is more fun?
I love that, yes.
Do you really want to go down and dig in a coal mine anyway? So what would you love? What would be more fun? And to really embrace all of the tools. I mean, we have become an international community now, and the fact that people are fighting this, It's happening, and again, embrace it.
Exactly, and that's the message that I really took home when I was doing the work with the book, and in fact, I think I even got a hold of you, like, okay, this stuff is miracle. We need to get you on here as a service hero. And so when I saw you today, I was like, okay, you are today's service hero. We are going to make it happen.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh well. It's my honor.
Yes.
And truly, I know, in fact, what I'd love for you to do is put in the comment area how people can get a hold of your book.
Okay.
Because I know that she is on Amazon.
Yes.
That Sophia is on Amazon now, and then also I am very, very happily going to be Kindle. There you go. And I am going to be doing a testimonial for her because you know what.
Yes.
And I want to encourage people, be that support for anybody that's out there doing stuff like what Sophia's doing. She's making a difference. And so when you have people that are you're making a difference, let's be the service heroes that we are inside of us and share that love with them. And so I am going to, after we're done with this, I'm doing a testimonial for her book.
Thank you.
So if anybody would like to get a hold, and I'm sure there will be, we will put the information so that you can get a hold of this amazing woman. Now, I have to say, because she did this we were at a big, huge event here in Vegas, a real sparkly event, and I was in this shirt, she was in that outfit, and we're the nonprofits, the 501c3s.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull back a little bit, and I want you to do your little intro, okay? Because I thought it was just too cute. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm Sophia Falke, Embracing Greatness International, and I'm a 501c3. Looks good on me, don't you think?
I think it looks amazing on you. Isn't she fun? So I want to say thank you, Sophia, as we close day number 145 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. This woman is a service hero epitomized. Her book... Truly, guys, support her. Get a copy of this book and do the work. I promise you, you will find what it is. It's so simple and yet it's so impactful and it's fun. It's fun. And that's what she even brings up. You need to make things fun. And she brings up the fact that she looks for fun. And so I do too now, much more than I did before. So I want to thank you for that. And I want to also encourage you guys today, as you're going out there and when you come across someone that's done something that has really impacted your life, ask if you can brag about it online with them. Do a review on Zelf. Do a video. Do a quick shout out. Do the word of mouth, because if we're all doing that with each other, then we are going to have it all looking good on us, and we're going to be helping others to affect change and to make a difference in this world, right?
Exactly. We are the power. We have taken the power now from that small group of people that think they control the world. No, we do now. And that's right. By supporting each other. So you are amazing.
Yes,
embrace
you
your
are.
Greatness.
Yes, embrace the greatness, and we're sharing the love. I love it. Yes, share the love, everyone. Okay, so go out there, share the love, do it together, and you know what? Together we are going to make a difference, and we are going to rock the world.
We are. Yay.
Yay.
Thank you, Tamara.
Bye.